Hey everyone, it's Cummings, back with another poem review of my own poems. A lot of you have been asking for this poem, and I think it's going to be really exciting. But before then, I've seen in the comments a lot of people asking, hey, what's your backstory, man? In a really weird surfer dude voices. It's just how I imagine them in my brain. So my name is Edward Essling Cummings. I was actually born in Massachusetts. I got a bachelor's and a master's degree from Harvard, which is pretty awesome. I wrote for 8 Harvard poems, and then I went overseas as a volunteer ambulance driver in France for World War One. I actually got suspected for some war crimes. Fun times, right? Man, couldn't be me. It was. Afterwards, though, I got to go between my summer home and, my not summer home, because in summer you go there. And I got to go all over France and all over Europe. And actually, I met my favorite painter. Post your comments on who you think it is in the comments section below, and I'll read them. You were right, it's Pablo Picasso. I got to meet him, and it was awesome. Anyway, enough about me. Let's get to my poem. Today we'll be going over R. Bob Hessiger. It's a really weird way of saying it, I know, and it's a really strange word, but as you can first see, it is the first line of my very strange poem that I've made here. I feel like this poem is good because it encompasses all of my other poems, right? We've got weird apostrophes or these thingies, and then stuff is all over the place, but it actually does show a deeper meaning, and I've put a lot of work into these. R. Pop Hessiger. Now, if you didn't know, we'll start off by saying that this rearranged is the word grasshopper. Now let's start off. We say R. Pop Hessiger, grasshopper, who, strangely, as we look up now, gathering into a or the leap, arriving, becoming, or become rearrangingly grasshopper. And in between that morphed sentence is one, two, that's well, okay, one, two, three different times that we spelled grasshopper incorrectly, but every time getting closer to the grasshopper. As we go along our path, we eventually become rearrangingly grasshopper. We've got this in all caps, which is also grasshopper. And this down here, a different way, right? We're almost there. We've got the G, the R, the A, the S, the H, but these are still kind of misinformed. But eventually, that word, if you flip it around, also becomes it's a weird way of writing grasshopper, but you get the point. We go from this weird rearrangement of the word slowly through different rearranged words. Leap, that's one of my favorites. It's weirdly spelled. It's even got an exclamation point there if you want to go leap. We eventually get to grasshopper. Let's read this again. Grasshopper, who as we look up now, gathering into a leap, arriving, becoming rearrangingly, or arriving to become rearrangingly grasshopper. As we leap, we will eventually become who we are meant to be. It's only through strong strides that we actually form from something jumbled into something that we are supposed to be. Going back to this title, our Pop Hessiger is now not only a weird misformation of grasshopper, but it also gives some insight in saying, hey, this was who we were, but after enough tries and tribulations and formations, you can see the way the poem is shaped, which is also important. After enough gathering into leaps, arriving to become rearrangingly grasshopper, we become ourselves. That's today's poem review. Thank you guys for watching. Click the subscribe button if you haven't already. Put those notifications on so you can get all the latest announcements. Um, I've got to be honest with you guys. It's been a pleasure to do this. I've actually learned a lot about myself and how I write my poems. Now, from your perspective, from you guys, and all the support I've gotten, I can now see that a lot of my poems are influenced by my time overseas and all the different things I've gone through. And now I just show different forms of life or what people think of it, like what different subjects actually are, what they actually mean to me and can mean to others. Like bravery isn't actually being, doing something right. It's standing up for what you believe, even if that thing isn't right to everyone else, which you'll see in a later poem to come. And I'm going to put in a little poem pamphlet for you guys to buy. It's only $3 a month. You can also support me on Patreon, but we won't get into that right now. And as always, now you guys know I always say become grasshopper. So become grasshopper. See you guys next time.